It's fine.
All right, everybody, how's it going? Happy Monday. So we told you guys yesterday, right? We were going to read one of our favorite childhood memory books.
What's the name? Yes, Too Many Tamales.
By Gary Soto. In case you're not familiar with Gary Soto, he's a local from Fresno, California, and he has other cool books. He's a Chicano author, so he puts a lot of Spanglish in them, and it's fun and it's funny. So this is Too Many Tamales. We hope you like it, and we're going to read it to you right now. All right. You want to do one page and I'll do one page?
You do what you want.
All right. Too Many Tamales by Gary Soto.
Are you listening?
All right. Snow drifted through the streets, and now that it was dusk, Christmas trees glittered in the windows. I don't know if you can see the picture. Can you see the picture?
Can you see it?
I don't know if you can see it or not. Was it too dark? Okay.
Extra. Right?
All right. So Maria moved her nose off the glass and came back to the counter. She was acting grown up now, helping her mother make tamales. Their hands were sticky with masa. That's very good, her mother said. Maria happily kneaded masa. She felt grown up wearing her mother's apron. Her mom had even let her wear lipstick and perfume. If only I could wear mom's ring, she thought to herself.
Can you see the picture?
Can you see the picture? All right. There's the picture. All right. All right. Maria's mother had placed her diamond ring on the kitchen counter. Maria loved that ring. She loved how it sparkled like their Christmas tree lights. When her mother left the kitchen to answer the telephone, Maria couldn't help herself. She wiped her hands on the apron and looked back at the door.
Hi, Robert. Thank you so much for joining.
Maria's being naughty.
Hope you like it.
All right. I'll wear the ring for just a minute, she said to herself. The ring sparkled on her thumb. Ooh. Maria returned to kneading the masa, her hands pumping up and down. On her thumb, the ring disappeared, then reappeared in the sticky glob of dough. Her mother returned and took the bowl from her. Go get your father for this part, she said. Then the three of them began to spread masa onto corn husks. Maria's father helped by plopping a spoonful of meat in the center and folding the husk. He then placed them in a large pot on the stove. They made 24 tamales as the window grew white with delicious smelling curls of steam. Ooh. These are very detailed pictures.
Thank you so much for joining us once again.
A few hours later, the family came over with armfuls of bright presents. Her grandparents, her uncle and aunt, and her cousins Dolores, Teresa, and Danny. Maria kissed everyone hello. Then she grabbed Dolores by the arm and took her upstairs to play with the other cousins, tagging along after them.
Like that. Listening?
We're going to go play. Let's see what happens. They cut out pictures from the newspaper pictures of toys they were hoping were wrapped and sitting underneath the Christmas tree. As Maria was snipping out a picture of a pearl necklace, a shock spread through her body. Ooh, let's see. The ring, she screamed. Everyone stared at her. What ring? Dolores asked. Without answering, Maria ran to the kitchen.
Oh, wow.
Ran into the kitchen.
Por andar de metiche. Oh, they say Robert aquí, is hair the name of the styling company that does your makeup and hairstyle?
We are actually hair.
Yes.
We established it in 2015.
Yes. Hair by Manev, that's us here.
Yes. But R stands for, we like to do outreach. We like to do, we'll get back to the result in a second. All right. So the steaming tamales laid piled on a platter. The ring inside one of the tamales, she thought to herself. The ring is inside one of the tamales, she thought to herself. It must have came off when I was kneading the masa.
Oh, no.
Dolores, Teresa, and Danny skidded into the kitchen behind her.
All the primos, the chismosos.
Help me, Maria cried. They looked at each other. Danny piped up first. What do you want me to do? Eat them, she said. If you bite something hard, tell me.
Oh, gosh. Hi there, Riders 187. ¿Cómo estás?
Hi, let's see what happens. All right. The four of them started eating. They ripped off the husks and bit into them. The first one was good. The second one was pretty good. But by the third tamale, they were tired of the taste. Keep eating, Maria scolded. Corn husks littered the floor. Their stomachs were stretched till they hurt, but the cousins kept eating until only one tamale remained on the plate.
Oh, wow.
Oh, look at, yeah, they're getting sick.
Who do you think's gonna eat it?
Who do you think's gonna eat the last
Ya
one?
están bien llenos de los
Do you think they're
tamales.
gonna find the tamale in his belly? Let's see what happens.
No.
Let's see. This
Oh,
must
yeah.
be it, she said. The
Get it.
ring must be in that one. We'll each take a bite. You first, Danny. Danny was the youngest, so he didn't argue. He took a bite. Nothing. Dolores took a bite. Nothing.
Oh, no.
Teresa took a big bite. Still nothing.
No.
Look at the camera. It was Maria's turn. She took a deep breath and slowly, gently bit into the last mouthful of tamale.
Did she find it?
Let's see. Can you see the picture?
Yeah, the ring.
See the picture. All right,
Look at
let's
it.
see what
Picture.
happens.
Thank you.
All right.
Over there on the
Nothing.
kitchen.
Didn't any of you bite something hard, Maria asked. Danny frowned. I think I swallowed something hard, he said.
Oh no.
Swallowed it? Maria cried, her eyes big with worry. She looked inside his mouth. Teresa said, I didn't bite into anything hard, but I think I'm sick. She held her stomach with both hands. Maria didn't dare look into Teresa's mouth. She wanted to throw herself on the floor and cry. The ring was now in her cousin's throat, or
Oh my
worse,
gosh.
his belly. How in the world could she tell her mother?
Y los papás que andan haciendo.
But I have to, she thought.
No.
Oh no.
The ring.
Let's see what
Did
happens.
she? Oh my
No,
gosh.
we didn't.
Let's see. She could feel tears pressing to get out as she
Aw.
walked into the living room where the grown-ups were talking.
Ooh.
They clattered so loudly that Maria didn't know how to interrupt.
Careful,
Finally,
Mama,
she
careful.
tugged on her mother's sleeve.
It's okay.
What's the matter? Her mother asked. She took Maria's hand. I did
The
something
ring!
wrong, Maria
The
sobbed.
ring!
Okay, you gotta wait.
Beanie, you have to sit, Mama, so you don't
You're
jump
in the
on.
camera, Mama.
Sit, Mama.
I
Sit.
did something wrong, Maria sobbed.
Careful, Mama.
What?
Careful.
Her
Careful.
mother asked. Maria thought about
you
the
go.
beautiful ring that was now sitting inside Danny's belly and got ready to
Yeah.
confess. Back up a little bit.
Are you watching, Mama?
Then
Here,
she
careful.
gasped.
Okay, go around.
The ring was on her mother's finger, bright as
Yay.
ever. The ring!
Oh, wow.
Maria nearly screamed. Maria's mother scraped off a plate of dried
You listening,
masa.
Beanie? Are you listening?
You were playing with it, she said,
Ooh.
smiling gently.
No.
Wait, she wants something.
Oh, you didn't get it?
I wanted to wear it, Maria said, looking down at the rug. Then she told them all about how they'd eaten the tamales. Her mother moved the ring a little on her finger. It winked a silvery light. Maria looked up and Aunt Rosa winked at her too. Well, it looks like we all have to cook up another batch of tamales, Rosa said cheerfully.
Hola, Iván, ¿cómo estás?
Maria held her full stomach as everyone filed into the kitchen, joking and laughing. At first, she still felt like crying as she needed a great bowl of masa. Next to Aunt Rosa, she was pumped.
Thank you.
Next to Aunt Rosa. As she pumped her hands up and down, a leftover tear fell from her eyelashes
Aw.
into a bowl, and for just a second rested her finger. I got lost, sorry. She pumped the masa up and down, a leftover tear from her eyelashes into the bowl, and for just a second it rested on her finger, sparkling like a jewel.
Aww.
Then Rosa nudged her with her elbow and said, Hey, Nina, it's not so bad. Everyone knows that the second batch of tamales always tastes better than the first, right? When Dolores, Teresa, Danny, and Danny heard that from the other side of the room, they let off a groan the size of 20
The one with the bun.
Here.
tamales.
Tamales.
Come on, Mom. Go on that side. Careful. Did you see it? Did you see it? Look, Mama.
I think I'm freaking.
Oh, can you see this?
All right. See?
He had a couple of comments in there.
Okay,
We'll get to your comments
All right.
in a minute.
Then Maria couldn't help herself. She laughed, and pretty soon everyone else was laughing, including her mother. And when Maria put her hands back into the bowl of masa, the leftover tear was gone.
Oh.
All right, guys.
So what did you think?
That's the end of our favorite book,
Can you pass me
Many
that so I can see,
Tamales. Again, it's Gary Soto.
Yes, Robert had asked why you chose that book in particular.
Oh, okay.
And who the author is.
Well, this book, again, Robert, I don't remember where you're from, Robert, but this book was read to us by our librarian when we were growing up. And the reason she read it to us, hold on a second, time out. And the reason why she read it to us, she had said, is because she wanted us to get to know other authors that were Chicanos as well.
Yes,
that was her main focus. And she wanted us to maybe, hopefully, find the joy of reading.
And also something that you can relate to.
Yeah, so that's what I meant.
This was in elementary school. It was our librarian.
So I think I was like in fourth grade.
I was in first grade when they read that to
and
us.
so that's why Robert. And then as I got older, I started finding other Gary Soto books, and he has a really good book called Buried Onions. I love that book.
Yes.
If you can find it, I don't think you can check it out at libraries anymore. But Gary Soto's from Fresno, California. He's amazing. He has a really good story. He grew up in Fresno. A lot of his books have Spanglish. This one doesn't have too much Spanglish in it, but I like it because I can relate. I mean, I don't know how now it's so different,
right?
But we can relate. Like our family tradition during Christmas time,
Christmas Eve,
we would go to my parents' friend's house every year. And they'd make so many tamales and hot chocolate. And I know that pasábamos todo el Christmas. So I could really relate because, you know, when you're a kid. And I've never made tamales personally because my parents didn't make tamales.
I mean, me corrían de la kitchen, right? I only tried it one time with my parents.
And so that's why we picked the book. But Gary Soto, again, because he's a Chicano author. And, you know, maybe this will inspire you to... If you have small children, get some Gary Soto books. He has some really cute ones. Chato, the famous gato. That one's really cute. He's from the barrio, and his best friend's called Novio Boy, but that's a different book.
That's fun.
He's the same author. But Buried Onions is really cool because if you guys like if you like the gang genre, I guess you would say, or like
it's relatable because that's what he.
Yeah, so that book is about a teenager who goes to a club and he's washing his hands, and I'll just tell you at the beginning, then you guys have to buy the rest. And so he's washing his hands, and he just looks at this guy's yellow shoes, and then he doesn't know what happens, and the guy ends up stabbing him to death, and he dies. Okay, give her your phone.
Right, so thank you so much.
So that's the book, Gary Soto, Tamales, Christmas. It goes with the Christmas theme.
Yes.
You know, again, why are we so festive this year? Well, last year we couldn't do much because of the pandemic. A lot of people were sick. A lot of family members were in the hospital, whatnot. Okay, you gotta go Vanjie then. Sorry, my whiny child here is.
Yes, you're welcome, Robert. Since he's gonna look him up.
Yeah, look him up.
Te preguntó, the word Chicano is very old school. What do you ladies think of the word the Chicanex? The XI, you know, Chicano.
I think it's good. I think it's good.
And he's from LA, by the way. Robert.
LA. Oh, saludos, LA. Yeah, I think it's good. I mean, I think it's good because it identifies, there's so much mixture now that there needs to be something for, I guess I would say for those, right? Because I know a lot of people, that's always been a debate. That's always something that can be controversial.
Yes.
You're right. It is an old school word. I mean, I grew up listening to that word. That's why I consider myself a Chicana. And then now you have people that are, have other mixtures and they still consider themselves Chicano. So I'm not sure I'm not, the teacher on that. I can just give you what I think it is.
A little more research on it.
But I definitely do more research. But the Chicano X, I think it's cool. I mean, I think if that helps you feel better and you don't feel like offended now because, you can't be called Hispanic. You can't be called this. You can't be called that. But yes, so again, Too Many Tamales. Thank you guys for watching it with us, and I hope you guys liked it. I'm sorry my kids got in the way. I wasn't planning for them to be in the way. They usually sit and listen.
Bueno, sí.
But this is our family tradition too. Every year I try to check out the book because I have so many kids. I mean, my oldest is going to be 18 soon, so we've been doing this for almost 18 years.
Yeah.
No,
right?
She was 5, so like 13 years.
Yeah, 13 years.
Almost 14 years. Yeah, so we've been doing this. We read this book every Christmas season. Every Christmas season, yeah. And for the last 13 years, we've been reading it every once a year. But Gary Soto, I think he lives in Berkeley. I've never met him personally. I would love to meet him. He's got great essays. I like kids' books, okay? I do. He has another really good book. It's really cute. It's called Accidental Love. And it's about this chola, and she falls in love with the dork, the nerdy guy. It's really cute. They're like teen books. I think the reading level is
because your daughter read it, right? In high school?
Yeah, she read it in high school. She read it. Or middle school.
One of them, no, elementary. I think.
I know she's so smart.
I know
She's like whatever, but for us it was like 10th grade.
Right. And it's fun because you can kind of relate to
You can
certain
relate because he
things like
talks
that,
Spanish
right?
and how he grew up in Fresno. I've never been to Fresno, but he's so
Yeah,
detailed about the way he talks about things that I can totally envision it.
Yes.
Like when he talks about like again, going back to that other book, Buried Onions, there's a part in there where one of the guys calls him a pedo. And then he has to explain what a pedo is to the readers.
Yeah.
You know? They call him a fart. But yeah, so that's that. And thank you again. Muchas gracias a todos los que vieron el video, los que van a ver el video. Lo siento que no está en español. Sí tienen la versión en español de este libro. Este libro lo leemos cada tiempo de Navidad. Lo leemos porque como tengo muchos niños y nosotras nos criamos que en tiempo de Navidad pues nos juntábamos con los amigos de mi papá y hacíamos un party con mucha fiesta, con tamales, puros tamales y que no faltaban los tamales, vean. Y hasta para el siguiente día, hasta toda la semana que seguía, hasta no llegar al menudo. Menudo was our New Year's thing.
Yes.
Y entonces...
saludos a Robert Aguilar.
You,
También
Robert.
a Juan from TikTok about your socks.
Oh,
so Juan, he's right as 27 on your. Hi,
Juan.
Y también a Iván Muñoz. Pájaros, saludos,
pájaros,
gracias
saludos,
por
pájaros.
conectarte hoy.
Sí.
Y también la otra pregunta tiene a muchacho Robert. Dice, I think artists in our community need to investigate sexism and homophobia in our community.
Definitely.
Our women should be empowered. And then he also says, I think you ladies provide a great role model for feminine empowerment.
Oh, great.
Thank you.
See,
Robert.
again, but that's good. I agree. There's just different tiers in every subject, though. That's the only bad thing is that I think a lot of times people assume feminine, like a strong female. There's certain things that get included,
Right.
like abortion and things like that, where I'm not me personally, I'm not a fan of. So that's where there's like that tier. Do you know what I mean? Where like strong feminine women should be like, oh, all about me, my body, my choice. Well, I don't really agree with that.
También dice Robert, dice, still waiting on the LGBTQ
I
themed
know.
corrido.
I gotta think of one. Cause see, I'm old school. I'm very old school, Robert. Even though I'm only 37, I feel like I'm 60. And how I would hang around my dad so much, and my dad would have been 70. You know, he would have been 70. He was very old school. So the way I'm used to hearing a corrido is like somebody has to die. Okay, where's your phone? Oh, somebody has to die. So here, hold on. Time out. Give me 1 second, guys. Here. Spoiled kids, you know. Yeah, hold on a second. But yes, the corrido, Robert. Here. The corrido, I definitely want to do one. I was thinking of maybe like something like, instead of being so cliche, like a son that ends up being, gay or transgender, maybe something where it's like the parent and the kids just kind
and
of
he finds out.
and
the
like,
parent,
he finds out. That's what I've been thinking. It's in the
un
works.
secreto que la mamá tenía all over here, right?
Como que, I don't know how, but we're thinking about it. We gotta.
Yeah, but you have to make sure you.
But I don't want to offend anybody either. We got to get the right terminology because I'm not too sure, to be honest with you, with the Spanish. I'm sure there are terms with that.
Yes.
I just got to find the right term so that way we're using the right wording.
Before they start doing it.
I'm sure Grupo Firme will do it. Saludos, Grupo Firme. Since the brother just got engaged and all that stuff. How do you feel about that, though, Robert? Are you for? You seem to be pretty. What? I don't know what you're saying.
I don't know how I actually.
You seem to be pretty open and pretty. What did she say? I can't hear you. I don't know what you're saying. But yes.
The story has to come from the heart, they say. Yeah, that's a great idea, they say, Robert.
Yeah, it is. But I think definitely needs to be.
Well, I mean, también corridos, I believe, they're true stories. And we've had many. We've met so many people from different walks of life that can possibly be a corrido.
That's the thing. I would want to do mine with the series because all the time, if you've noticed, like Banda Macho has the one, right? About Me Llamo Raquel. But it's supposed to be funny, right?
Yeah.
Because he goes to the dance and then when he goes and grabs the woman, she actually has a male's genitalia.
Right.
Sorry, let me put Gary away. Gary, this is a whole different other topic. But yeah, no, definitely, Robert, definitely. I do agree with that. And I would want to make it serious, like I said, something serious because we have had many situations. Like I said, I don't know if you've listened. You've listened to pretty much a lot of the videos that we've done. But when we did work in Stockton, we worked with a woman. She was very nice. I never had an issue with her. And then it wasn't until I worked in Modesto that I found out that I guess she's not a woman. I guess that the children that she portrays, they're not her children. They're her like spouse's children
or lovers.
But so I'm not sure what the deal was. I don't know, but to each his own. To each his own. Okay. We live in a world now where we do that. So yeah, we'll move on to that.
Thank you so much for joining us with the story time. Gracias. Juan también y Robert Aguilar. Muchas gracias.
Tiene la biblioteca porque ahorita está muy popular.
Sí, y ahorita
Many Tamales. Sí, se llama Demasiados Tamales de Gary Soto y ese autor es un autor mexicano-americano y ha ganado muchos premios, como ese premio que tiene ahí, ese arbolito que tiene de oro, es un premio, no me acuerdo qué es, aquí dice Summer, pero ha ganado muchos premios el señor y luego el que le hace los...
There it is.
Oh, el que le hace los dibujos también, el señor es de Argentina. So it's a different collaboration of Latinos.
Yes. Robert Aguilar says, sing a true story about someone you respect or admire from the LGBTQ community. There are tons of brave souls that people don't.
Well, I don't know if you're familiar with that. Remember the girl Gwen Arahu? That was a local case a few years ago, and that was local. That was and then I think she ended up being kind of related to some people that we know, right?
Yeah.
Or it was like some kind of. So yeah, I don't have any songs. It takes me a while. I'm not a really good songwriter. I'll have to get into it.
Somebody respect or admire, like como Kate, like Caitlyn Jenner, algo así. She has good points in certain opinions.
Hey, whatever happened with that Caitlyn Jenner? She's still running for governor. I'm not sure.
That was the last time I checked.
That one, there's been so many. There's just been so many. We have actually members in our family, not our immediate family, but like cousins and stuff who they're still in the taboo, and it's sad. It is very sad. I think it's very sad that people have to live like that. We're in 2021 where things should just be accepted, and unfortunately, it's not, and people get hurt and all that stuff. Yeah. And it's horrible. And we hope that there'll be a change. That's all we can hope for is that people. Maybe somebody watching this will be like, oh, those bitches are talking about that. I don't know. And then like, well, maybe.
Well, these are good questions. Thank you so much for interacting with us here on the live. Thank you.
You want to interact.
Muchas gracias a todos, pues, a que vieron este video, los que andan viendo ahorita, pues, gracias.
Saludos a todos mis amigos de Texas. Juan Paz creo que también vive en Texas.
Yeah, saludos.
Y Pájaro también vive en Texas.
Saludos.
Y bueno, pues ya les leímos el cuento y gracias a todos. Espero los que vayan a ver el video, que les guste el video, que les guste el libro, el cuento. A mí siempre me ha encantado, como le digo, porque pues yo tengo muchos recuerdos. Desgraciadamente ya hace como, like 5 years, sí. La tradición de 40 y tantos años que estaba en la familia, pues terminó porque pues ya ves, la gente envejece y la familia crece y pues ya no quieren.
Well, dice Robert aquí, Caitlyn Jenner is not from the community. Should be someone from the Mexican American community.
Oh, Mexican. Who do you know? Yeah, I don't. That's been openly? Yeah, I'm not sure. There was rumors of like Juan Gabriel, but I don't think he ever came out as. There was just like rumors.
Like he's a Mexican American.
Who's
Mexican American?
Mexican American. You know what? You're right. There is a woman. I don't know her name. When we had the TikTok, and actually she's like part of that organization. Like she's a trans, and there's this big. I just don't know her name, but she's doing a lot of movements. She's worked with a lot of important people. But yeah, good question. Very.
He said, Robert, thanks for the sharing, ladies. Great music, great artwork. Thank you so much, Robert.
Thank you so much, Robert. Well, we're gonna let you guys go and
hopefully we will order those books, the Buried Onions. And the gato,
Chato the gato. I'll have to get it. If I get it,
yes, and we'll have to read it again.
They're very popular because, again, that's what I do like, that there is evolving, that people are evolving, and people are being more. Uh-oh.
Well, you're back.
Sorry. Sorry if the microphone was trippy.
Technical
We're still learning. If any of you, Robert, if you're tech savvy and you can give us some tips, that would be great. All right, guys. Well, I think that's everything, right? Yes. We'll let you guys get on with your day. Hopefully we'll do some music. We've been doing our countdown for our Christmas songs. Like I said, I do go and I play in front of the businesses and we do the Venmo and all that stuff, and we try to collect donations.
Yes.
Robert, if you would like a Christmas card, send us your address because those are going out as well. All right, everybody. Well,
let us know, Robert.
Yes, and if you would like to make a kind donation, donations are greatly accepted. The Venmo's up there. If you'd like to make any monetary donation, it helps us. Like I said, because we always like to try to help people.
Like
we
to give back.
Yeah. So going back to the hair, Robert, before we go.
Yes, Robert, that was your question about hair by M&M.
So again, this is our hair logo. Right now we're not doing hair because the pandemic and all that, but this is our hair logo. You probably see it all over. You probably see it all over our stuff.
Put on our pictures, everything.
But so yeah, we do hair. We've been hairstylists. I've been a hairstylist since 2001. She's been a hairstylist since 2006. And in 2015, when my son started having seizures, my little son, he's 7 now. The hourly thing, I was losing jobs because they're like, dude, you can't just, you got to show up. You got to be here. And it's a very hard situation for people who aren't used to that. And that really pushed us to go into the entrepreneurship because of that, because we had to provide for the family. And, unfortunately, when you have a sick child, I don't know if any of you do, or family members or whatnot, it's very hard when you're the sole provider to do that. And the only way you can do that, the only way that's been easy for us is by doing the entrepreneur, being our own boss. So we established our hair. We're Hair by Evelyn, but our hair also, because we do like to do outreach, because we were homeless and because we got to see how the nonprofit stuff works. And unfortunately, that money that gets collected, like you had mentioned that, Robert, in one of Cholo's things about where's the money for the homeless and all this stuff. Unfortunately, you are right. A lot of those organizations, there's a lot of money that people do skim from the top, unfortunately, or they help the same person who's really not trying to get help. We can get into that in another topic, but our hair, like I said, because we've been through that, we've gone through it. We were homeless for 19 months. We got help. We've been housed now for the last 3 years. Our hair is help, achieve, inspire. And then the R, at first it was resilience. Because, you have to be resilient. We were resilient. People just couldn't understand how we would still do our makeup and buy Starbucks and be homeless and just a lot of shit. But our art can be for anything. Respect is a big one. Raza could be raza too. You know what I mean? It can be respect, resilience. What was the other one? Rehabilitation. Yeah, all that. That was you gotta build yourself up again, from when you're taking down anything. And so that's why we promote our hair every day. We hope that everybody, whoever's watching, will practice hair. Help, even if it's your help yourself, achieve something. And maybe it's something you just fucking went for a walk because you're tired of fucking feeling like sluggish or whatever. That's achieving something, get inspired by something. Gary Soto is one of my inspirational persons. Oh, yeah. That's okay. Sorry, my fucking landscapers are doing shit over here. It sucks again. It sucks when you live in an apartment. All right, guys. Okay,
we are back again. Thank you.
Getting back to that. So that's what our hair is.
Thank you for bearing with us.
Yes, thank you so much.
Having technical difficulties.
Yes. I don't know.
No sé qué está pasando.
No sé. We don't know how to use it.
We just hate
it. Anyway, so that's why we promote practice hair every day. Like, other.
What?
Other channels, I guess I would say, they claim to have positive messages and they're doing this and they're changing lives. Well, this is our positive message, it's whatever you want to be, wherever you're happy, but you can always do more. You can always do that. I mean, I know I'm getting off topic. We started with the book and stuff, but this is who we are. This is what we do. We do a mixture of things. We wear many hats, mother, sister, daughter, entrepreneur, whatever, like you're saying, Robert, we do like to be involved in other different organizations, and some people can't see the difference. Like, oh, well, you mess over there, but then you mess over there, but it's a business. It's different than when, how would I say that? Like personal. Does that make sense?
Right. Well, people are just used to seeing her with the accordion. Yeah. Yo que me ando moviendo. Pero this is who we are. Yeah. They're letting you guys on the insides of.
But again, going back to the hair, this is why we're so passionate. This is why we do what we do. This is why we it might be annoying. You see the stuff nonstop, but because, maybe somebody, if we can reach one person at least that makes them think a little bit different. I guess I am pushing my agenda in that way where you can be whatever you want to be. There is always a solution.
Yes.
Don't just give up and like, I just can't because I can't. No, you can. There's always a way. There's always a way. Yeah. And we've learned it. We've lived it. So that's what our hair is.
Toughest times. Don't give up. Never give up. Like when we were homeless, we didn't stop working. We kept working. Whether, we lived in the car, we showered at parks. all that great stuff. And then with 6 kids in the car. So that was a lot. That was a very big
it's a very mental exhaustion or what do you call that? Like you build stamina. You have to build that muscle.
The stamina, and it takes. I don't know. You just take a look at life, and you get to see a lot.
But if you want to, because you can be like other people are like
oh,
I'm gonna happen. I'm done. Like,
I'm gonna split up kids, go to different shelters. I'm quitting my job. I can't. I'm homeless. I can't. No, we didn't. We kept working together. We kept a positive mind because you have to, because there are a lot of disgusting people out there, sick individuals, and at your lowest
favor for a favor, right?
And your lowest point of your life, that's when people you think are your family, your friends, they turn their backs on you. That's why we are very passionate about what we do, and some people aren't going to like you. Not everybody's going to like you. That's great.
And that's why, with the TikTok, I don't know if you followed us on TikTok, Robert, but that's what happened on the TikTok. When people were starting to donate the little roses and stuff, people were getting really upset. Like, oh, you should be ashamed. You're panhandling. You shouldn't be ashamed in what you're doing because you're providing for your family, regardless of, I know it looks down and frowned upon a lot of times. You see people at the side, or you see people selling.
But that takes a lot of courage for someone to stand out there. Even if these panhandlers, that's what really changed my way of thinking when I saw that, because people do look down on people. He's like, oh, look at that bum. He's asking for change. But hey, that person's working.
Well, they're like, oh, where he could be working like a job. Yeah, okay, but at the end of the day, he's not going to leave with that money for whatever he needs. I mean, it might be drugs.
It doesn't matter what they spend.
Whatever it is, the thing is, they're out there. They're doing something.
Putting their face out there. It's every day, and that's like a job because you're going out there, and some of these people have their routines. I go out there 8 a.m. They're fucking hustling. They're doing it,
and then they show up at the pantry because they know they're gonna get fed.
So it's that's what I'm saying. We're not pushing our agenda, but that's just my.
Well, I'm pushing it for the hair. Practice hair. Practice. Be a better person. Anybody. The world's so disgusting right now, and there's so much shit going on right now. Everybody can give. I hate I like to stalk people. I like to look at different videos. Like when you see super chats sometimes, and the people are like, "Don't write. I wish I could, but I'm broke." Just don't write anything. Just don't put it there. Don't put it in anything because you can. You can because I've lived it. Yes. I was still donating. I was still, again, that's maybe not everybody has that mentality, but again, like my kids when we were homeless, my daughter, she was in 7th grade and then went into 8th grade because we're almost 2nd, and because she was a good student, she got selected to go as an exchange student to Japan. So she got selected, but we had to cover the cost. We had to cover the cost of the flight. We had to cover the cost of the passport. And everybody was like, you're fucking retarded, dude. If you're going to go spend $3,000 when you're homeless and you guys need this and that, and you're going to send your kid to Japan. I'm like,
that's an experience that,
again,
once in a lifetime.
Exactly.
It depends on what
so we made it happen. We were making fortunes. She was like selling little fortunes in the street.
Everyone was playing her accordion.
We were doing
providing that service.
We did all the shit. We made it happen. She got to go as an exchange student. Even if she doesn't do anything in her life ever again, she has that one-time experience.
She did it.
We can say that. I can't.
You did it with no help.
So they're just little things, Robert, or whoever's watching, that we've experienced. And again, maybe if it's not for you, that's fine too. It's not for everyone, but I'm just saying it is possible.
Anything's possible.
Very possible.
I wish I could.
But again, the only thing that will really help though is that you do have to find people who are for you. That is true, because you can have people that are nice to you and they'll listen to you or whatever, but if they're not willing to help you in whatever it is, whether it's like $20 or what, and I'm not saying like be a mooch, no, but I'm saying, you should really try to find your people, your people who will be there,
or even a ride to the grocery store.
Yeah, just the simplest things.
People are just terrible.
Yeah. So enough of that. I hope that explains our hair, our logo, and I hope you understand why it's there and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know what she's saying. Sorry, my technical support is over here mimicking. I can't read lips. All right.
Well, I'll try. What are you trying to say?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know. Sorry, blah, blah, blah. I know. But again, it's who we are. Get to know us. And thank you again.
Yes, thank you so much. Muchas gracias a todos.
Ustedes están viendo, si llegan a ver el video, llegan aquí, ya les explicamos un poquito de cómo somos, por qué hacemos lo que hacemos, qué es el significado de nuestro logo, y esperemos que pues nos sigan, porque nuestro logo es un mensaje para todos que pueden ayudarle a quien sea, pueden alcanzar las cosas, deben de vivir inspirados, inspira a los demás y hay que respetar, hay que tener pues mucha rehabilitación o lo que sea, en cualquier cosa pues. So yes, muchísimas gracias y que pasen muy lindo día y Diosito me los bendiga. Y
And
si Dios quiere, a ratito
we don't know when we're going to get the other books, and we will come on again and read them.
Chatu?
Yes,
Yeah,
Chatu.
Chatu?
Got that one's fun.
I'll look it up. They're all out because of the Hispanic Heritage Month.
Yes.
So they're coming back now. So I'll have to look for them. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
like
much.
and subscribe. Sharing helps too if you want.
Yeah,
Again,
thank
I'm
you
not,
so much.
whatever, if you want to. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.